I belong to a generation born in the 1940s, which around the world was a generation that was rejecting injustice in all its forms, authoritarian rule in all its manifestations. I was mauled and beaten. You can go back and check the story, December 74, I can't remember exactly. Needed to get 100 stitches at the University Hospital as a result. So this wasn't a time when, challenging the establishment and seeking justice and deeper democracy was something that was without risk. So, we felt it had to be done, and in fact, the achievements and the advances that Jamaica made internationally as well as amongst our own people, I would say justified the efforts and the struggles at the time.
The people were fearful. The JLP had a formidable organization. They had a manual, an organizing manual, which require every constituency to have what they call Human Rights Committee. So nice. The Human Rights Committee was really a group of men to defend the JLP. Now not ideological discussion, but physical defense is how they put it. But essentially, if you take a constituency like Portia Simsimila and other constituency, those Human Rights Committee were responsible for leading violence. People were fearful, and a lot of people didn't vote in 1980. And the PNP 150,000 strong was wrong. The JLP won, they won a massive landslide.
We supported the WPJ's position was one of what we called at the time critical support. That is to say, we supported the People's National Party as what we regarded as better than the Jamaica Labour Party. But we had, when we said critical support, it meant that we reserved the right to criticize the PNP for what we regarded as shortcomings in their mission to achieve justice. One of the shortcomings which we criticized at the time, and where we were very, very critical of the PNP, was in the IMF agreement. They went into an agreement with the International Monetary Fund, I think it was in 1977, and we were very critical of that particular agreement. So we supported them, asked for people to support their candidates. We didn't have any candidates in the election for that reason. We felt that they were for justice, but not as fulsome as we would wish, and that they made mistakes that we reserve the right to criticize.
We criticized things that we felt wasn't right, but we supported the things that we believe were positive for the people. Much of what I've outlined, land for the landless, rights to the workers, involvement of young people into movements against the big companies, bauxite companies, through the bauxite levy, freeing up money to do education for people. So that we found commonality with policies, but we didn't think that they were going all the way to say, give the workers the power. One of the slogans in 1980 of the JLP was turn them back. Turn back the free education. Free education, which by the way meant that from primary school to university, there was no tuition fee to be paid, which is one of the reasons why today Jamaica middle class has expanded with so many black and poor people who a couple decades ago couldn't make it, because once you get to university, the likelihood of your child going to university, and this is why we have expanded university registration, and from 1% to 13, 15% today, because of that move for free education. But the free education was paid for by the bauxite levy.